bottom is normally the story that comes with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again, man. Look, this is the BOTB show. We've done this a couple of times. We normally be on Saturday nights, but this is Facts on Friday night, man. I'm your host, Jay Walker III. That's my co-host, Carolina Dirt. What's happening with you?
Hey, shit, another Friday.
Man. Another Friday. I got my bottle. I got my cup with the top on it, so I don't spill it. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, we starting this with the shit again. You're gonna like this shit right now. If you own right now, like it right now and subscribe. We on all the platforms, Spotify, Amazon, everywhere you can find us. The Bottom of the Bottle, BOTB. I'd like to give a special shout out to Block QUE, Plantation Productions. He did the intro music, and right now we got some mood music from Dempsey on the Beat, man. If you check him, if you're an artist and you're looking for some new beats, Dempsey on the Beat, man. So this is a good one, man. This is a returning guest, a favorite of the show, a friend to the show, a real wild boy. He hang out with a lot of colored folks and he tell jokes and he's unafraid and shit. He pack bombs. His dad is out here threatening people. Hey, man, let's just, with no further ado, Sherwin Arae, how are you today, brother?
Oh my God! I see you starting it off clowning. I like it.
We gotta do it, man.
People, oh my God!
You know you about to say you damn black people.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, we live in a world where everybody gets to be upset about whatever bullshit they want to be upset on. So,
Man,
why not start trouble?
Man, we need comedy in this world we're living in right now, dude. If we don't laugh, we're gonna kill each other, man. It's just the way shit is going is just so freaking. I'm really worried about this world that we're living in right now, man. This every day, I'm worried it's gonna be World War III, and like, you see, Russia already invaded Ukraine, and then who knows when that shit's gonna stop, and then China's sitting around like, look, man. This the best shot we got. Is what we
hey, like the evil villains, excellent.
China been waiting a long time to fight with somebody. They ain't gotten to punch in a while.
Man, look, I have a healthy fear of the world. You know what I'm saying right now, but all you can do is live it day by day. Whatever day come to you, do the best you can with it.
That's it, man. You said it. So keep laughing, man. Just whoo.
That's what we gonna do, man. But you know, we gonna do it again, man. It's the first call. So for the people that didn't necessarily see you on the first show, this is another heat check, man. We got some questions for you. I got 5. My brother got 5. No right or wrong answer. Just depends on how you feel.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, man. Fight or flight?
Oh. I mean, it depends. I'm not a big fighter, but I mean, if you have to fight, you gotta fight.
You gotta fight.
Again,
Absolutely.
I'm not a fighter. I'm not. I'm a lover.
Absolutely.
I want to make you laugh, but if me or my close loved ones are in that position, man, we gotta throw down.
I'm telling you, let's move some furniture. All right. You got a room, no accent. It's all white like the Matrix. It's a chair and 2 empty chairs. Dead or alive, who's in the other 2 chairs?
You guys really thought these questions out. Fuck these. I feel like I'm on Jeopardy. I would have to say one of those chairs has to be Bernie Mac. Hands down. I mean, I'm a comedian, so I like laughter. I would say Bernie Mac and John Witherspoon. Them are the two people I wish I could have met and actually spoken to. I think the three of us could have had conversations that would just nonstop laughter. And we trapped. I'd rather go out laughing.
Absolutely. I don't know if I have that much to say at first. I just have to take that in. That's a good group. That's a good.
Two are the ones I wish. If there's two people, I wish I could have shaken their hands and just spoken to them. Because I'm a huge fan of both of theirs, man. I wish I could have met them.
Okay, Mike Tyson in his prime, Lennox Lewis in his prime.
Mike Tyson, dead. Mike Tyson. Oh, day Mike Tyson. Let me just say, Lennox Lewis is a boxer. Mike Tyson is a fighter. Okay. Lennox, he's British and they think the strategic smart. Well, if you use the job, you can keep him outside on the job and all that bullshit. That's all fine and dandy if you want to chess play, Mike. But the problem is Mike has such power that if Mike's strategy is to get inside because he has a shorter reach. Lennox's reach is real long.
Right.
When Mike makes his way inside, I don't care, body shot, uppercut, hook, whatever lands, it's gonna be a problem. And I grew up watching Mike. I'm a fan of Mike. I did a comedy show that was sponsored by Mike.
Okay.
I'm biased towards Mike Tyson. I always will be. But prime to prime in both areas, I think Mike would take Lennox all day.
Okay. Follow up, cuz. You on the airplane with the drunk white dude that's picking with Mike, cuz. Do you say something to save that man's life?
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He worked for that ass whooping. He worked for that ass whooping.
I know you guys would love to sit around and watch that. Watch. Mike gonna knock the fuck out. Yeah, man. I don't want to see nobody's head roll 16 aisles down. But after I watched it, that dude deserved it because he is one thing. If you want to, tease Mike and crack a joke, like if you're sitting next to him and say something like, "Yeah, these ears look real appetizing, don't they?" or some dumb shit. But he kept fucking with Mike, like he didn't stop. Right. A joke is one thing if you're gonna poke somebody or flick them, but stop. This dude didn't stop, and for that reason, he deserved to have his ass whooped. So that particular guy, no, I wouldn't have told him to stop. But a regular dude, maybe just cracking one joke about Mike, I say, "Yo, man, hey, that's not the." If you don't know that, do you not see the tattoo around? That's Mike Tyson.
So I know the Rock you've been under player, but that's not the guy.
That's not the guy you want to fuck with. No.
Okay. More afraid of public speaking engagement amongst dignitaries or a spelling bee versus a fifth grader on national TV?
Spelling bee.
Yeah.
Spelling bee all day. Bro, I'll speak in front of anybody, but that's spelling bee because kids in the fifth grade, their brains are empty and they got nothing else to do but memorize shit.
This is true.
They don't have to worry about their cars, gas, insurance, baby mama drama, none of that. They just got to memorize. They got one job in life is to memorize shit. And their brains are sponges. They're empty. They will fuck you up in any spelling bee.
Yeah, I'm not taking a spelling bee against a fifth grader. But that's
they'll give you them long ass fucking a hippopotamus, and you'd be like, is it two P's in the front or at the end?
I'd fail that one, but that's my 5.
All right. Once again, the hardest word for you to pronounce.
The hardest word for me to pronounce. That'd have to be a word in one of my languages. This word fuck me up too, man. Don't think I can pronounce all of them.
All right. You know the death wobble, right? You know what the death wobble is when you're riding on the bike and it starts shaking?
Yeah.
All right, what's worse, that or going down the slope on skis and tumbling?
No, that. I've tumbled down on skis. The snow can help you break the fall a little bit. I fell off of skis before. But that other one, tumbling and shit that's worse, dude.
Yeah, you might be the first Iranian to ski.
I ski and snowboard. Yeah, that's fun.
All right. If you was on The Hangover, the movie, what would your character be?
Ooh. Remind me again, because it's been a minute since I seen that movie.
You got Chang. What's his name in real life? I just saw him.
Shit, I don't know.
Chang is the Asian dude that jumped out the trunk.
Who's the dude that speaks French that all the ladies love? Wasn't he on there? The dude with he speaks French in real life.
I don't know. Carolina, you asked the question.
I forget.
I asked the question, but he picked a character I don't know nothing about.
I would have been Mike Epps playing Day Day for the fifth time.
I would love to play that. I would love to play him.
Doug.
All comedians
Other
should
Doug.
play a version of Day Day once in their life.
All right, what's harder? What's harder? You standing up there with nobody laughing, or you watching somebody with a horrible set?
Standing up there with nobody laughing. It's a slow, fast death. Because there's nobody to help you, and you got 100 people sitting there just
right.
And you see them start playing on their phones, and people yelling out, "Where the joke at?" And you just, poof.
Yeah,
it's painful. It's painful.
My last one. You got a heckler. I know heckler is your shit. Somebody heckling. What do you do if there's another comedian heckling you?
Yeah, that's tough because comedians are very, very witty. And
so what do? Do you ignore them and continue your set, or do you
don't have a mic?
See, this is the thing where you have to decide in about half a second: am I going to address this?
Yeah.
Or not, because if you address it, you got to really address it. So it's good to know who you're up against. You know, if you're going up against like a Robin Harris, don't respond to that motherfucker because you're gonna lose all day. But if you're going up against a newer comic that's just trying to be stupid and and he gives you that alley-oop to really crush him, and then thank them for being a good sport about it. That's usually because the fans, like the people in the audience, they want to see a heckler say something and then the comic come in and just clobber them. They like seeing that, but at the same time, they paid to see a show and hear material. So you could take a couple minutes out of the show to do that, but then address the fact that hey, give him a round of applause for being a good sport about it, and then transition your way back to the set. But don't make the whole show about him and just you and him going back and forth. Because then the people in the audience are gonna just get frustrated. They're like, we didn't pay to see,
You two go back and forth. So has that ever happened before? Have you ever had a performing comedian echo you?
No, because we know not to do that to each other. It's like an unwritten man code that you don't, if you do that, it's gonna be words outside too. Like, man, not to do that shit. Like, what do you gotta really hate somebody to do that? So no, it's never happened to me, thank God.
So that's your fight or flight moment.
I'm on your ass, motherfucker.
Yeah.
They gave me 20 minutes.
Bro, if you're a comedian and you heckle another comedian, it's gonna be some hands flying after the show. There's no explanation because you know better. An audience member might be drunk. Okay, I forgot. We're not supposed to do it. Whatever. But a comic knows better. You're not supposed to do that. And if you do it, you're trying to pick a fight with that dude.
My brother sent me this one a while back. It's this white guy at a little club, comedy club, and he's getting heckled. So he addresses the guy, but tries to continue on with the show. But the guy keeps going at him, and they end up tussling. And it looked like the white dude caught the worst of it.
Oh boy!
But he was in one of your type elements. He was with a black ethnic background when he's at the club doing this, and he wasn't suited for the situation that arose.
Right? Nah. The dude that was messing with him was completely out of order. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where was the security? I mean, security.
No, security never jumped in.
Security should have escorted him out. As soon as security sees that this has gone past the jokeful part of the show, where it's heckler, comedian, and it stops. When the security sees that this shit is escalating really fast, they got to intervene and take the guy out, because if not, it's gonna, who knows where it's gonna lead to.
So let me ask you this then. Do you check security like when you book for a show? I know you're a Chocolate Sundays regular, but how important is security when you first started compared to now?
Man, when I first started, I was just happy to be on stage. I didn't care security or not. I was just happy to be getting stage time and doing shows with other comics. Now, it is important, but I don't require it. Like, I won't turn a gig down because they don't have security up front. I can usually diffuse a situation, but in some instances, it is required. Some shows are just known for being rowdier shows, and you know, you need to have security there, but I don't require it before I go on. I'm not that bougie yet.
You said I'm not that bougie yet.
I'm just talking about your security, like depending on, because like I said, we had another comedian on. He's like, you know Sherwin? He's like, yeah, he be in all the hoods. So I'm just saying.
It's funny because I had a friend of mine, Boogie B. He goes, man, Sherwin go to spots in the hood I don't go to, man. And for me, here's the funny thing. I'm not from LA, so I don't know all the areas, and LA is really big. All right, so when I get booked on a show, I'll be like, just text me the address and the time. I put that shit in the navigation, and I'm driving, and all of a sudden I'm noticing the area really starting to change. I'm like, all right, we must be getting close, and then we get to that motherfucker, and I'm like, woo, this is gonna be. And when I walk in, like, shit stops because I stand out. Like, you're not expecting to see me walk. You think I'm either the fire marshal or the landlord or the prepaid legal or something. You don't think, like, who is this fucking guy walking in here?
The Uber guy got
watching. The funny thing is, they think I'm scared of them, and I walk in, they scared of me.
Right.
They're like, what is he doing here? Like, this who called him? But by the end of the night, we're all hugging and kissing each other, laughing. And remember Rocky IV, how that crowd changed?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. When I first go up, they're like, let him say one thing wrong. Let this motherfucker say one wrong thing. But by the end of the night, they're cheering for me. They're clapping for me. They're hugging me. We're laughing and sharing drinks together. It's a whole change, and it's fucking beautiful.
Let me ask you this. We in the Karen era, have you had a Karen moment over these last few months?
I've never had like a white, I've dealt with racism a lot, but I've never actually had a Karen approach me like that. No, I have not.
Okay.
I have not had that happen.
Not witnessed one?
No, not yet. Not in person. I have not.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm glad, dude. I don't want to witness no. Them Karens, boy, they're caffeinated. Them bitches.
Yeah.
You dealing with a drug? Goddamn it, whoo.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you, like, do you feel? Speaking of the Karen shit, but do you feel like certain comedians are jealous of your connection with the black audience?
I can prove that that's true, man. I was, when the Comedy Union was around, it's not there anymore, but Comedy Union was one of 2 black-owned comedy clubs in LA. There was only 2, Comedy Union and J-Spot. And I was getting in really good at the Comedy Union. I was hosting like every weekend. Someone there told me, one of the people that worked there told me, we got a phone call from someone saying, oh, so you fucking with Sherwin now? Sherwin's your boy now? You letting Sherwin host now? You're not putting your own people on. Instead, you putting Sherwin on and this and that. And I offered them money. I said, tell me who this man is. I'll pay you. Please. And they wouldn't tell me because I know it's someone whose hand I've shaken. And my thing is this. There's enough bread for all of us to eat. Okay, if they don't put me on, they're gonna put someone else on. But it's not like there's only 2 comedians in the world and it's me and you. Just because they don't put me on doesn't mean they're gonna put you on. So why not just focus on your craft and get really good to where they're calling you? But people do get jealous and I don't know if it's upset, but they do. Yeah, they get jealous.
They hate.
Yeah, they hate.
I've been dealing with hate a lot.
But
There's people that say, yeah, Sherwin can only make black people laugh.
That's good. That's
and
good.
my response is this. My response is that is just fine with me, because black people are one of the hardest audiences to make laugh. And if you can make black people laugh, you could probably make anybody laugh.
Indeed.
Black people require excellence when it comes to comedy, and they don't sugarcoat. If something's not funny, black people don't laugh. My people will lie. My people are liars because we don't want to hurt your feelings, and we'll fake laugh and be like, "You're the funniest comedian in the whole world. You're funnier than Kevin Hart," because we don't want to hurt your feelings. Black people like, "Hey, bro, this shit ain't for you, dog." Like,
I think why for art in general, music, it doesn't matter. Like art in general, sports, athletics, all the things that Black America kind of leads on, we take that shit super serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't sugarcoat it. Like,
and
we love to tell the joke of the white dude that can't play basketball. But ask any black dude how you feel about Luka Doncic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely get it. I mean, it's a tough way to go. But if you make that connection, I don't see how I can feel any better than that.
You're absolutely right, man. And hate is something that I'm not used to. I still battle with it, man. But, you know, Cat Williams said it perfectly. He said, if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. And
that's real shit.
And he's right. I just always thought the funnier you get, the more people will love you. But I didn't realize the funnier you get, the more haters you're going to have, too. And they will find shit to pick at you about.
Well, what's weirder than that is they'll hate on you and like you at the same time. That's the mind-boggling shit.
I'll tell you why. Because haters hate what they love. They hate you because they love you. They hate you because they want to be you. And they are living through you.
Right.
That's what it is.
Like, but I had told you that because, you know, we talk offline a lot. And I was telling you, like, when you first did our show, you had a lot of views. And then a couple weeks, not because our show, it's just a coincidence after that. And I had told you, I said, man, you're gonna have some people hating you. And then all of a sudden you started posting all the hate comments you was getting. But that was after you hit 1 million views. So I think the hater just hates the numbers.
Your rise.
Yeah, you're right, man. That video that you're talking about, there's only a handful of us that hit 1 million views on Chocolate Sundays. And the difference is the ones that hit 1 million views did it in a year, 15 months. I did it in 3 months. And that caused some fucking noise. And a lot of people started hating. And that's when I started sending you those messages like, man, look at this shit. Like, what the fuck? I went into the comment section and it was like, hilarious. I loved him. Oh my God. Yeah, I've seen better than this dude.
Hey, Sherwin, I ain't gonna lie though, man. That video, you look like somebody gave you that suit. Now, with 1 million views, you look like you push oil through the pipelines. I ain't lying, man. You look like you making a couple dollars, man. You making a couple dollars.
Hey, I'm still not sending you no free gas. I don't care how much kids up to me. You fill your own shit up, goddamn.
Hey, you look like, I ain't gonna lie, man. You look like you pushing kilos. You had the white tour cigar.
Oh, did you see that shit, man? That fucking man. I didn't even want to go. That was a bar mitzvah I went to. It was an all-white party.
Seriously?
And I was mad because I'm like, why is he telling me what to wear? I want to wear what I want. I don't want to be told you have to wear all white. I don't want to know. But then my wife made me wear the shit, and we went. And she said, here, smoke this cigar. Let me take a picture. So I was like, okay, you know, and I don't smoke. But I just like, fuck it. And I look like I handle all the Pablo Escobar.
You was accountant. You know what I'm saying?
Send him that picture. Did you send him the? Oh my God. You guys got to see this picture.
Dude, it was she got you in slow motion all. I was like, yeah, this dude got a rented suit and got 1 million views. Now he's selling dope.
I had to take all that shit back to Rent Center in the morning too. I didn't.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. But nah, that brings us to where we are now, cause like you said, it's been a lot of shit going on that's gone on since the last time you was on.
Bro.
So what's happening with Sherwin, God? What's the good
I
word?
got so much shit to tell you. Are you haters listening? Are you pussy ass motherfuckers listening right now?
Hater check.
Oh, these haters. Dude, I got first of all, I launched my own podcast. It's called Call Me Crazy on my YouTube channel. Okay. Number one. Number two, I was just cast to play a host on a live play mobile app on your phone. It's like a bingo app. And it's international. It's got like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So that's going to open up a whole lot of doors.
Indeed.
And third, I got approached by somebody to get started on my special. So you and I were talking a lot.
I've been telling you.
You've been telling me. Everything you say, some mystically fucking happens. It's weird.
That's that black intuition.
It's got to be black intuition. Yeah. It's got to be that black intuition. It has to be. So I'm working on putting together everything to get my special going as well. So, thank God, man. Blessing after blessing after blessing, man. And just, I couldn't be happier, man.
It's because it's what you deserve, man. You know what I'm saying? If anybody sat down with you and talked to you for more than 5 minutes, and I feel like, to me, you get everything you need to know from an individual in the first 5 minutes of meeting them. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, and different. In 5 minutes, you are able to tell good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you, when you help others, when you pay it forward, God gives it to you tenfold. That video you're talking about on Chocolate Sundays that got 1 million views. Do you know the show before that video was my first time on Chocolate Sundays? They gave me 12 minutes. Okay, listen to this. 12 minutes I had. There's a 1-year waiting list to get on at Chocolate Sundays. I waited a year for that spot. My friend Brandon was not in at Chocolate Sundays. I asked them if they would give 6 of my minutes to Brandon so that they can see him and fall in love with him. They're like, you sure, man? Like, nobody's ever asked that. I said, yes, I'm sure. And I gave him 6 minutes of my set. And then look how God repays me. You see, now I didn't do it for God to repay me. I did it because, he's my best friend. I love him to death. And I just wanted to help pay it forward. But when you do stuff like that, it comes back to you. And at the same time, when you sabotage and you hate on people, God is watching you, you dumbass. He's seeing you. All right. I gave this motherfucker a little bit of power and he's acting like an ass. Take it away. As easily as he gave it to you, he could take it away from you.
How you feel like comics now? Because I think it's the wave of the comics right now. Over the last couple of years, everything's been happening with comics. So, and I've told you that. I think this is your wave. I think, you surfing, I think this is your wave right now. But how do you think about the comedic world? Like, we talked about hate, we talked about what you got in the future, but how are you feeling about everything?
I'm scared, to be honest with you. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I'm legit afraid because this comedic world we're living in now is not the comedic world of Eddie Murphy Raw, when you could say whatever you wanted. Like he said, yo, did y'all see Delirious? In Delirious, I made fun of faggots, and faggots were mad. If he said that today,
right,
over. So I'm afraid because we live in such a sensitive time, and if you're not politically correct, they will cancel you over anything. And I've been working, 14 years of comedy trying to get to where I am, and I'm afraid that if I say something that's not politically correct, people blow it out of proportion. Right. And I don't want that to happen. So
let me ask a question. Yeah. I'm gonna ask a question to both of y'all just real quick. Who has successfully gotten canceled?
Who's successfully gotten canceled? That's a great question. I mean, shit, Donald Trump.
Did he?
I mean, they impeached him twice. Well, he's off Twitter.
He's off Twitter, but he got a fanfare out of this world.
You're right. You raise an interesting point. I think when they try to cancel you, it actually brings more audience to you, because people are like, well, if they're canceling him, he's got to be saying some crazy shit. I want to hear what he's got to say. So
never mind if there's somebody, the masses, if your talent is of a certain acumen, you can get by saying the raw things. You feel me? You can't just go around and be like dick and booty, gay, 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 and think that's funny. But if you approach it in a more sophisticated way, you can still tell those jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, look at Dave Chappelle's last special. Look how many people are hating on him. I don't know who it was. Was it Marlon Wayans? Somebody said that Dave Chappelle's last special was more of a speech than a special.
A lot of people said, like, Harry Spears said it. A lot of people said it.
They're saying it like he's up there lecturing. Now, don't get me wrong. Dave Chappelle is a brilliant comedian. I mean, brilliant. But for somebody to publicly say it was more of a speech than a special, that is a shot at Dave. That's not a compliment. That's a shot. And you talk about hate.
Yeah. But I feel like Dave Chappelle, this is my Dave Chappelle Tupac thing. Tupac as a rapper was outstanding. He said a bunch of profound shit. He had a bunch of dope albums. At a certain point, he was going to outgrow being a rapper.
Correct.
I think Dave is transcending comedy into commentary.
D.L. Hughley.
He's already proved that he's funny. So now I'm just going to talk to you people and hope you dumbasses get the shit that I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
D.L. Hughley does that. He did that.
Yes,
D.L. Hughley definitely did that.
Dave Chappelle goes so deep with his humor. You have to really listen to this man and understand how deep that punchline is. It's not regular comedy like jab, punch, jab, punch, jab. Dave Chappelle, like, you got to think and listen to the message. If you really listen to this man, you'll be blown away. But for people to hate on someone at his level, I'm like, okay, I can't complain. Because if you're hating on him,
nah.
Well, I also think they hate because they feel like Dave Chappelle didn't have to do that show. It's like he did the show and it got good ratings. Now they're hating. If you think about it, because he came out of nowhere with the show. So I just feel like they're hating because he didn't have to go out there. He didn't have to do that show. He didn't have to go out there and say that. He didn't have to be up there for an hour. Dave Chappelle got all his money, but he's doing something he loves, and I think that's the other misconception. People forget about why they do the shit that they do.
I'm so glad you brought that up, man. I have a master's and an MBA. I've worked in corporate America for 20 years, and I gave it all up because my heart is in comedy. I don't want to sit behind a computer all day long and not say a fucking word. So to do what you love, man. Like Bernie Mac said, do what you love and the money will come. I love comedy, and that's why I do it. I love it.
At a certain point, I don't think haters is the thing to be worried about. This is just a message from me to you. If the fear of the next level is haters, that shit is just par for the course. There's no way to avoid it. You know, there's no way for you to silence it. All you got to do is get to-duns, cuz. Like the first time you really was with a woman and you know you beat that thing up, you know how you went to the bathroom and looked at yourself? Like that's the attitude you kind of got to carry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to make sure I don't make no mistakes. I want to make sure I can handle this next level shit because next level is big. And the problem is it doesn't come slowly. Like it comes fast and you got to be able to handle it. You know, it's not like a 10-minute. I remember when a 10-minute set scared me. I was like, I can't do 10 minutes. What am I going to say for 10 minutes? I got 2 jokes. But now it's like they're going to want you to do 45 minutes or an hour, you know, in an arena. And that's when, you know, it's like, okay, shit is real now. This is not no little rinky-dink show anymore. Right. I just want to make sure that I surround myself with the right people, make the right decisions, and that, you know, I don't get betrayed because it's just, you don't know what you don't know, right? It's like, I don't know what's coming.
You think if you overthink it, it'll take away from your stand-up? Yes. So do you want, I'm not saying do you want to overthink it, but do you think it'll affect you too much if you're overthinking it? Like your set's not going to be I think that's the thing about your set. It feels natural. I can tell when the joke is coming, but a lot of your set, it just feels natural. And if you're overthinking, I just feel like you're gonna lose that authenticity through my eyes because you're gonna overthink. I had a partner that I told him about your show, but I sent him the clip, of course, the million clip. He was like, "Man, this dude funny, man," and I was like, "Yeah, man, we be talking about doing a special." And he was like, "Yeah, he's funny," but then he was like, he called me back. He was like, "But I don't know if he got a full hour." And then I saw you had like a 24. But if you think about it, if you got an intro and you do 30 minutes and then you do the closing, that's like 45 minutes right there.
Yeah, but I have an hour. I do, but I can understand why he would say that. I could totally get that.
But that's that wave though. He caught you at the wave of the million views.
Yeah.
Through me. It's not like the delirious here, put on this Eddie Murphy tape. We about to watch this from the beginning to the end. It's like we had this 12-minute set of you doing the million views, and I said to him, he watched it. Like he said you was funny. But it's just the fact of I don't know if he got a full hour for a special. But I'm like, after you do the intro, you do your set, you do the outro, that's like 45 minutes. By the time the credits go up, that's an hour.
Not to mention the 3 minutes here, the 3 minutes there, where the crowd does some ignorant shit that you could just jive on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the laughter alone in a special where you have 100 people in the audience, 200 people in the audience, that laughter accounts for a lot of time. So really, you need 30 to 40 minutes of material because the other 20 is laughter. So, you know, you're good. Yeah.
No, he thought he was funny. He was just saying, because I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get him to do a special. And that was the whole, that's what the kind of, he found you really funny. He's like, man, I'm about to go watch the first time he was on here, and he don't watch some of your other stuff, so he believes you're funny.
That's great.
It was just the way I presented it, as in, hey, watch this 12-minute clip of this new show.
That's the next milestone, man. We got to get that special under the belt. Right? You're right, man. Now's the time, dude. We got to.
For the people that kind of vibe with us, the following that we have, it's always a message for maybe their dream is not necessarily comedy. Maybe their shit is graphic design or interior design or makeup or weaves or fucking breeding pit bull puppies, whatever that shit is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't be the one to stop yourself. Don't stop yourself because of somebody else, what you think somebody else is going to think. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
9 out of 10 people stop themselves way before anybody tells them that they ain't shit. Just off of the thought of somebody's going to tell me I ain't shit.
You're so right about that. So many people quit right before they make it. And I'm not going to stop. I don't care what. I know there'll be ups and downs, but I'm gonna keep going, man. And
bruh, like I said, the last time we spoke, you was still working, of course.
Yeah, you was still
and you didn't have a whole lot going on. And then in 3 months, come on, cut. Bingo is like the biggest game in the fucking world.
Man, I'm so dude, I'm so excited about doing this shit. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I got cast to be a series regular on a sitcom that's being pitched to Netflix called The Clinic on Western. I play a doctor, and I'm kind of like a crooked doctor, and I'm having an affair with my office man, all this type of crazy shit.
I like it.
So it's just adding to the it's funny as hell, dude. It's fun. Woo, wait till you see this shit. It is hilarious. But like you said, man, everything is coming. Like it's all kind of just falling together, you know? And,
so I've seen people, and they said the same thing. If you don't do the special, what's up with tours? You staying in Cali?
I would love to do tours, man. The thing is, my name doesn't draw enough of a crowd to justify a tour. That's the problem. For me to like book a theater or something, people don't know me enough to fill it. I might get a few people in there, but to justify a tour, you have to have some type of TV credits or something to where you can fill that auditorium.
You'll fix that with the podcast, bro. This is like the streaming shit is where it's at. Like,
you're right.
You got so many outlets. The on-demand shit, you can't get 1,000 people all at the same time, but you can get 1,000 motherfuckers over a week. You can get 1,000 motherfuckers over a 24-hour period until you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, my thing is, I so appreciate what you do and the level of attention and love that you show for it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
And
that's just absolutely, and that's just for the people, for downtrodden people that's just trying to. That's what we need to see. It's all right to be scared. It's all right to, check all your boxes. But what's not all right is for you to stop for the sake of another raggedy motherfucker.
No, you absolutely right. And if I ever stop, both of you got permission to whip my ass.
I'm on your ass,
I'm on your ass. You not putting this white van going overseas.
You see how fast you took me up on that? Oh, you can't wait to give an ass whoop. Look at
Hey,
come on, cuz.
That's a UPS. We can get the next day, 2 day, ground.
Some people good at math. Some people whoop ass.
So have you had that crazy encounter in the streets and be like, hey, that's Sherwin? So how'd that go? What's the funniest version of that?
You know that shit joke I tell? Have you heard my shit joke?
Yeah.
So I'll be in the mall and the motherfucker will yell that shit out from 80 stores away. And I'll be with like my Iranian cousins and they think they're cursing at us. They're like, why they saying shit to us? I'm like, no, it's a joke that I tell.
It's different, man.
They don't understand, dude. My relatives are dying to come to a black show. They always ask Sherwin, we want to come to a black show. I'm like, okay. And then they say, when black people get up and run when they laugh, can we sit in their seats? I was like, no.
No.
They're coming right back.
Now that's ass whooping.
If they left the wings there, don't you sit there. If they left their drink and their wings, don't you sit there.
Oh my god!
Ooh, so how does your family react now compared to how they reacted before?
They love it, dude. They are still amazed. They're like, how do you do this? Like, they don't believe I really do it. They come up to me and they're like, do you buy these jokes somewhere? How do you come up with these jokes? I'm like, ain't no fucking joke store where I go purchase the shit, man. No, I just from real experiences. And then I'll show them the videos and then they see people laughing, but they don't understand the dialect. And I'm like, you gotta understand the culture. And they're like, well, is there a class we could take where we could understand it or something? I'm like, no, ain't no class. You gotta just be brought up with it. It's just because nobody laughs like black people. Black people laugh so fucking hard.
You laugh with your soul, man.
You guys laugh so hard.
You laugh with your soul.
Chappelle laugh like, oh God, Peter, did you get that one? Black people, when you guys like get that stomach ache laugh, oh my God, do you guys laugh? And that's what I live for, man. I live it. The seat cannot contain you.
I laugh at other people laughing.
Yeah,
that's how animated some of us are. You know what I'm saying? To see you laugh the way you laugh will make me laugh that much harder. You know what I'm saying?
I actually joke about that too in my show. I'm like, you know what's beautiful about having white people and black people in the same show is that when I talk about black folks, white people want to laugh, but first they got to look at the black people.
Make sure it's funny.
Make sure it's okay to laugh at that joke. Because white people feel like they can't laugh at everything that the comedian says. You get it? Like
allies. Those are the allies.
Like, don't laugh too hard, because then black people sitting there right there, like, you laugh at that shit if you want
to. So with the comedy world, we had the Chris and the Will shit. We had the DL and the Monique shit. I hate to keep going back to it, but what's your take on, are both those black eyes for comedy?
Are they what?
Like black eyes, negatives for comedy.
Yes, they're both bad. I mean, I have my opinions on both of those situations. As far as Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, I think a lot of people need to look at Jada in this. A man is the head and a woman is the neck. A woman is a man's backbone. And, you know, we've all had our hearts broken by that one woman we really... I'm just going to say it, okay? I'm just going to come out and say it. Jada likes that Tupac type dude with the tins and the gun and the pistol and the... Will is not that dude. Will wears foundation on set. He's, you know, he's a pretty boy. He's polished. He's not that thug type, you know.
$100 million man.
Will is not one of these, I wish a motherfucker would. That's Tupac. She likes the Tupac type, okay? And no matter what Will does, he will never be that guy. So he keeps reaching for these extremes to try to impress her. And that's the problem. She's toxic in his life, in my opinion. She has a lot to do with this.
I've been blaming her since the beginning. I don't agree with you.
I don't know either of them. I've never met them. But from what I see, Will is far more in love with her than she is with him. Okay? She slept with his fucking son's... I mean, come on. Like, bruh.
And then she couldn't cop to it. She did the whole red table talk and called it an entanglement.
I got into entanglement.
Yeah.
Like you walked into a spider web not knowing it was a spider web and just got all fucked up and your legs just opened themselves and your panties just came off on their own and you didn't know this dick was gonna come in. Come on,
right,
man. Get the fuck out of here. And as far as Monique and DL, here's my view on this. Monique, this whole thing with Monique has been ongoing for a while. All right. She was upset about, you know, Amy Schumer getting a certain amount of money for Netflix special. And she started, you know, and she said, you know, we need to boycott Netflix and all this. From what I understand, I think Kat explained it, that Netflix pays you your special based on your last year's ticket sales, your annual sales. So if you sold 5 million in ticket sales, they give you 5 million for your special. So they offered her, what, 500,000? I don't remember.
$500,000.
Let's just say $500,000. What Monique should have done,
take that shit,
taking out 500,000, right? But made sure that special was funny as fuck. Because once that special airs, then she could set up her tour and she could sell 5 million in tickets because people are going to want to see more from that special. And after she sells them 5 million in tickets, she could go to Netflix and say, I sold 5 million in tickets and I want 7 million for my special.
Right.
And now Netflix has to give her 7 million, but instead, you know, look at the trajectory, look at where it went. Right. And then that whole thing with DL, like, bro, come on, dude. You went on stage and then you pulled this man's daughter into it about getting molested. That's dirty. That's
talking
dirty.
about his dog. Don't you talk about no man's dog, cuz. I'll jump with
his
you.
Daughter.
My dog. No, both.
Oh.
She said something about him sleeping with his dog too.
I didn't know she said anything about the dog.
Man, look.
Oh, now I got serious. You look like, now I got
You
serious.
talking about a man's dog?
Talking about the dog.
You can't talk about a man's dog, cuz. John Wick killed 137 motherfuckers in 26 minutes behind a dog, cuz.
Hey, Sherwin said, I didn't know about the dog. The dog?
Nah, did you see Corey Holcomb's take right after it happened?
I did see it. I did watch Corey, and I thought Corey was spot on.
Where were the jokes?
Corey was spot on. He was like, where's the material? You can't do that. You know what? See, here's the other problem. Who is feeding Monique's husband is her manager, right? Check your girl. Check your fucking girl, bro.
Nah, it's him.
Check your girl. You know They had a show. Listen, Monique. It was Monique, Earthquake, I think Ricky Smiley and a couple other dudes. And Monique thought that she could follow all this heat on the show. And when she got on stage, people were walking out of the theater. Okay, people were walking out during her set because someone is inflating her head and making her think she's bigger than she is. And you gotta stop that. You gotta stop. She had issues with Rodney Perry. She had you can't do that. You can't. Come down a little bit. You're not as big as you think you are. Nobody is. You gotta be humble and be appreciative. Let your work do the talking. Let your material, let your ticket sales do the talking. Okay, but don't go out there thinking your Dave Chappelle money You're not. You're just not. You can't compare yourself to Dave Chappelle.
So what do you? I guess so.
Can't compare to Shucky Ducky right now.
So what?
What?
Go ahead. I said she can't compare to Shucky Ducky right now.
Shucky Ducky quack quack.
I mean, who's gonna work with her now? Who's gonna work with her? They said 50 Cent was gonna work with her. Now everybody's calling 50 Cent saying, "Don't work with her. She's drama. She's noise. She has sabotaged her own career." It's
crazy.
So speaking on that, let's just say you're on a big city tour, right?
Yeah.
Let's say there's 4 comedians. Where do you want your set at?
Wherever the promoter puts me. I will never complain about where I'm at. You put me on. That's it. Just give me my time and let me do my time. If you let me pick, I'll say make the show go in order of strength. So if I'm the strongest one on the show, put me up last so the show makes sense. But if I'm not the strongest one on the show, put me up early so that the other people that are stronger can close it out and the whole show is a success. I don't want to go up after somebody who's stronger than me and I fall on my face.
Right.
That's stupid. But a lot of comics, they won't go on unless they're the last one on the show. There's comics that will intentionally show up an hour late to the show so they have to go up last.
Well, Monique
just to say they closed the show. Why would you want to do that? You know what I love to do is when a booker puts me up, all right, Sherwin, you going up second. I love it because they never do that shit again.
Right.
I go up there and I hit them so hard and they're like, man, we should have had you close. I'm like, next time, whenever you want. Let your there's a reason they're putting you up second.
Hey, your ride there. The person picking up there. This man been Ubering for an hour. He ain't pick up no one.
You better
So
hope you're never in my
You
Uber,
Sherwin?
man.
I've been waiting on you for 37 minutes.
He about to put his seatbelt on now. Hey, we
You
got
gonna
to
fuck up my rating, goddamn. I'm gonna get a 3-star.
Oh man, I love it, cuz I love it. Your sense of humor is unmatched.
At least we can laugh at each other, man. Fuck.
Absolutely. Well, no, man. Look, the hour is gone by. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
we did
I love
an hour.
you guys, man. I could talk to you guys all damn. You guys are so damn cool, man. I really love you guys.
We appreciate
Motivation, man. Like-mindedness. The joy that I get from seeing somebody succeed, especially when I know them, it's a testament to the way we was brought up, our parents, and why not have a good time? It's enough fuck shit going on in the world, cuz.
Did you ever think that you would be interviewing someone born in Iran that makes black people laugh when you were? I mean, look at how crazy
I
the
saw
world
Iron
is.
Eagle because I came up off Iron Eagle. You were the enemy.
I'm the enemy till your ass wants some batteries, some gas, some
Damn. And a slushie.
Yeah, all of that shit.
Hey,
No,
that was my joke. I was saying you can go on tour because there's 7-Elevens everywhere, there's gas stations everywhere, there's t-shirt companies everywhere, there's all that shirt when you good.
No, I said that to be funny, but let's be real. Iron Eagle was a huge movie in the United States. And what was that movie about?
Yeah.
I actually didn't see it.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn,
Iron Eagle, I'm not even going to ruin it for you. Go ahead and put a note on your phone to look up the plot of Iron Eagle.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah, man. But either way, man, we on our way out.
oh, shit.
What you got for the people? You already said you got these things going on. You got shows coming up anytime soon.
Oh,
let the people know what's happening.
August, I forgot to tell you guys, August 6th, I'm opening for Mark Curry in Fresno.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Remember hanging with
Okay.
Mr. Cooper? I'm
Yeah.
opening for Mark Curry. August 6th in Fresno, bro. One show. I'm so damn excited to do this shit.
He's
man.
still hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's still hilarious, man.
Very funny. He's next level funny, dude. This dude. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
The
look.
flyers on my page, man. If anybody listening has access to Fresno, man, come on out August 6th. Mark Curry's. He's going to do an hour.
Okay.
Couple acts. I'm opening up the show. We got a host, and then I'm opening, and then Mark's going to do an hour. And dude, come on out, man. I'm so excited. Totally forgot to tell you guys about this.
Don't wear the white sneakers.
Huh?
Man, wear the white and smoke the cigar. You could beat Rodney Dangerfield for the night.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Look, this comedy thing is real for me, cuz.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
laughing. Laugh. It's okay. It's all right.
And it should be, man. Carolina, what you got for the people, cuz?
Man, y'all give props to Sherwin, man. He works hard at what he does. He actually.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And I ain't gonna say I hate to say this, because Sherwin will answer your comments. That's real big. Like, Sherwin will stay in touch with his fans, and a lot of people don't do that. And I understand your wave, you ain't at the top of your wave, so you got time to do it. But just for what you've been doing, you always answer people's messages, whether they're good or bad. I think that's real dope of you, and staying in touch with your fans.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
And thank you guys. Thank you for having me on so much and showing me love. I love what you guys are doing, man. And when I get real big, man, you know, I'll definitely support the channel and, you know, give you guys a shout out. And
don't worry, it's an ass whooping if you don't.
You know,
I'll find my way to LA.
Listen, I was raised around black folks. The one thing I'd never experienced, though, is the whooping with the belt. I've always wanted Big Mama to give me the whooping with the belt. I wanted to experience it. Like, it was messed up because growing up, I had to take my friend Phil outside and help him pick a switch off the tree to whoop his ass. But I was immune from, like, they didn't whip my ass though. It was him. Because
they didn't know what your parents was gonna say.
Yeah.
It fucked me up mentally to have to help him
get an apple.
Well, I had to help him pick the switch off the tree to whoop his. It messed with me. I'm like, what does it matter? And I realized there's a psychology behind it. It's that whole drawn out walk to the tree when you're crying and all that snot is coming out of you. You're thinking about the ass whooping you're gonna get, and then you come in the house and
it's deeper than that. You still got to pick the switch.
Yeah, so
you don't want to pick a flimsy one, and you don't want to pick a stick.
Right.
So you find the perfect thing to tear your ass up with.
Man.
So what you do? Sure. So what was the outcome?
Huh? He got his ass whooped. I had to sit there and watch him get his ass whooped.
What'd you say to him when it was over?
It was kind of both. It was my fault too that he got his ass whooped because his mother told us don't play catch in the house. We like to play baseball as kids, and we would always play catch with the ball. And she said, you know, when I leave or whatever, don't play catch in the house. So of course we were kids. We said, fuck it, we played catch in the house, and we threw the ball and it knocked the lamp over, and the lamp shattered. And when the mom came home, bro, when I tell you my heart flashed before me when that Nissan Maxima pulled in that driveway. Oh my God, I heard that key go in that lock, click, 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 click. I said, we're dead. It's over. It's fucking over, bro. And
y'all were still friends after that?
Huh?
Y'all were still friends after that?
Yeah. Yeah, we were. We were kids. We were like 10, 11 years old.
He's like, I'm sorry, Mark.
No more, could he?
Huh?
He couldn't talk stuff no more, could he?
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck you gonna
do? Man, look. That's hilarious, man. It's funny the shit that you get disciplined for. It's even funnier how you react to that shit. I've taken some licks that'll take the soul out your body, cause you know it hurt bad when you open your mouth to scream, but nothing come out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, you know, I took a couple L's as a kid, so I would not take any more as an adult. And that's you get.
You know what it is? I just want to say, in a black household, like a whooping is a standard punishment, right? That's like the default, right? See, in an Iranian house, they don't hit the kids. It's a mental punishment. Like they'll threaten. Like my dad would say, "Okay, if this is how you're going to be, you're going to have to walk across the carpet." And I know you're like, "What's the big deal walking across the carpet?" Well, the big deal is he would tell me that there's bombs underneath the carpet. If I step on one, that's it. I'm gone. And when you a kid, you really believe that shit. All right. And I remember he was like, all right, call up all your friends, tell them come over because this might be the last time anybody sees you. And, you know, he really dragged it out to that. And remember them little white poppers?
Oh, yeah.
Things? You drop on the floor and it goes.
Yeah.
So he went and he got like a whole handful of them. And when I took my first step on the carpet, he dropped like 10 of them. And, it went, and he's like, ooh, you're getting closer to the bomb. And like he just threw the whole shit out. And I was like, I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. And it fucked me up mentally. Like, you know, it's a mental torture in our household.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I'd rather take the whooping. I'd rather take the whooping.
On occasion, it's over. Once it's over, it's over. Because it's hell when you win it.
A whooping is it hurts and it's over and then it heals. But when you fuck up somebody's brain receptors and you know that shit stays in your head.
Absolutely.
I think mental is worse, man.
It definitely is. But that's me as a grown ass man not having my ass whooped in quite a few years. You feel me?
Don't you miss it though?
I miss not paying bills. I'll take them whoopers right now to not pay no damn bills.
Man, you see, I'm driving this Uber, man. I know.
Yeah, you drive
Sherwin.
Hey, that clear on the outside, man. Hurry your ass up.
I can't say how much I appreciate you jumping in here with us, rocking with us, man. Just much success to you, man. Whatever happens, you deserve that shit, bro.
No, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on here. I love you guys, man. Thank you for all the advice, for believing in me. I know I sound like a little scared little bitch at times about this, but I'm being honest. I am afraid. I'm scared. I am.
It's a real thing.
But I really think, you know, God will guide me through this, man. I pray every day and just pray that he, you know, surrounds me with people like yourself that can help me get through this and do the right thing. So I'm sure we'll make something good happen. I really do believe that. So
absolutely, man.
Thank you.
No worries, man. Look, good people, this is the Bottom of the Bottle Show. You can come here to get a laugh. You can come here to get motivation. And if you're a hater, you can eat a dick. Like this shit. Subscribe to this shit. We on all the platforms in the world, man. Hey, come have fun with us every once in a while. Every Wednesday with the Hump Day Happy Hour tap in. Friday or Saturday, just depending on how we feel. And outside of that, man, y'all be easy till the next time. We go.
We love you guys.